Vlogmas day number 4. Are we on 4? I think. My hair. I could all just be like Bozo the Clown. And I'm doing homework right now. Not really homework. I'm editing the video from, actually not really editing, I'm just moving things around. From Vlogmas day number 2 because I was way too tired yesterday to do it. I gotta do something with this hair before I go to work. Oh, let's get back at it. It's time to pick off day number 4. I need to put the other 10s back on here. Day 4. Now, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna open it. And then I'm gonna try to, oh. I'm getting notifications at the same time. I probably should turn that off. And then we're gonna record. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for day 4. Well, actually, no, I haven't. Why am I saying that? I get the knit tonight again, so this should be fun because I think it's like 25 rows and 246 stitches at 25 rows. It's gonna take me forever. Oh well. So I think I get a break tomorrow. So we'll see. Let me stop this and flip it around, and then we'll record some more. Alrighty. Happy Vlogmas day number 4. I didn't record much today. I was so busy. It was weird how busy I was today at work because that hasn't happened in a while. But there's day 4. And actually, at the same time, I am downloading videos from iCloud from Vlogmas day number 3 because I was late getting Vlogmas number 2 uploaded this morning. I did that before I went to work. But here's day number 4. Ooh, it's pretty yarn. It's so gorgeous. Okay. Yarn 2 is the amazingly squishy spun right round merino singles. The single ply yarn features beautiful, unique colors all dyed by hand. I may not be able to get this out. It is gorgeous. Can you see this gorgeousness? You know, there might be one day when I get like real natural light in here. Oh, it is so pretty. Here, let's not block it. Oh, it is gorgeous. It's got like pops of pink. Mm-hmm. All right. Here's the piece of paper. There it is. So, what color is this? Spirits of the Season shawl, that's what I'm doing. Mulled wine. Oh my gosh, this colorway is called Belly Flop. Can you even see it? Is it that much of a glare? This gorgeousness. Oh, I love this color. The teals, pinks, purple, pops of yellow. Well, that's gonna be fun. And day 4's card. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the pattern for this one because I think they said in the Facebook group that the chart that they gave you was really, because this is chart 1, but they mixed it up and you're supposed to really be using, they accidentally printed chart 2 on chart 1's card. So I think I'm gonna go and use the, I like the front of them are just really cute. I think I'm just gonna use the written instructions that you could print out a PDF. Just to make my life easier. Well, let me get the knitting. For some odd reason, I feel like I'm like wide awake. Alrighty. And I guess I'm gonna need my iPad because I need to figure out how to do a wrap and turn. Oh, this is gonna be great. Well, let me get Vlogmas number 3. At least create it. I'll upload it while I'm going to bed. Yeah, because I need to figure out the wrap and turn. Oh, let's get at this. Alrighty. Let me show you the progress I've made. I had to watch the Very Pink Knits video to figure out how to do a wrap and turn. I did to row 5, actually row 6 technically, and I'm tired. This is a lot of counting, This is probably not a good idea to be drinking tea right before I go to bed. It's like 9:40 and I'm exhausted. I didn't go to work today until 8, but I didn't get a lunch today, and I was there till 7 o'clock tonight. And I ran around like crazy, which I said that before. But I screwed up and I didn't pick up the wrap and turn the right way the first time. The second wrap and turn, I did pick up the right way. So I understand that now. Yeah, it's a lot of counting, and my head's just not into this late at night. Well, I mean, maybe other people would be, but I'm too tired for this. And I don't want to count before I go to bed. I don't even count sheep. But that's what it looks like so far. I don't know if this is... There it is. There's nothing. I still have like 20 more rows to go, I think. I don't mean to lean into the camera like that. It's kind of rude. Yeah, I have 20 more rows. Yes. 20 more rows and then I'll be done with this day. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know how you're gonna see it after a while. I guess because of the way that it is, because it's short rows. I never really used short row shaping before. I do have a shawl that I was working on that has that on there. Actually, it's a Jimmy Beans thing. I should have learned my lesson. Yeah. This pattern is exhausting. I can see that I'm going to be playing catch up over the weekend. I just don't have the brain space for this right now. And I really wanted to stay up till midnight to work on that, but I just can't do it, and I don't want to screw it up. I already screwed up a wrap and turn, and I was reading other people that they actually messed up theirs too, where they didn't pick them up the right way. And all somebody says is that you'll have an extra hole in it. So if that's the case, I really don't care, because that yarn is, the yarn that you cast on with, the main color, is so floofy that is anybody really gonna know? That's pretty much Oh, I know what did happen today because I just happened to see the bright orange piece of paper. And I'm not very happy about it. It's not that I have a bunch of people over here that would take up visitor parking, but they've been having an issue with people that come over here parking in the reserved parking spots for the tenants. So they threatened to start towing vehicles if you didn't have a resident sticker on there. Which I understand because, you know, when you want to park, you want to park. So they said they've been aggressively towing cars, which honestly, I've never seen a tow truck come through this lot. Just saying. So I'm I'm a very light sleeper, so I would hear that. So they stuck a note on our doors like a week ago and said that there's more tenants living in this building than in this, technically 2 buildings, but it's like 4 separate. If you saw it, you would understand. It's 4 different addresses, but 2 buildings. And they had said that they were going to take visitor parking away. Well, I understand. I mean, we only had we have 6 or 7 visitor spots anyway. And every now and then I'll have a friend over or something, and it's not like they're here forever anyway to take up space all the time. But now they told us that, long story short, since nobody understands what I'm talking about, now they told us that they have to park on the main street, or there's a street across the street from this building that they can park on if somebody is coming to visit. My issue with that is the street across from us, that person that parks over there, persons, I can see if you were having a party. I understand that. Or like 5 people or 3 people coming over. But I know people who wouldn't want to park and then cross the street. And the street I live on is very, very busy at certain times of the day, or there's traffic constantly going up and down this road. It's the main drag through the city, through the city of Norwood too, and this probably means nothing. But you can park across the street on the side street there, or on the main drag, which is very busy. And honestly, I don't think, I don't know, maybe I'm tired and I'm just overthinking the whole situation. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm kind of mad because I don't think people that come visit me should have to park and walk to my apartment. I mean, I understand they had to walk from the visitors' parking spots, which weren't that far. But I'm wondering why there's an entire yard behind us. I'm wondering why they just don't rip that out and make it a parking lot. I mean, I know they like to have the wooded areas because everybody around here has dogs or cats because we're allowed to have pets here. And they probably want some place for them to go, but if you took your dog on a walk, I don't know how people I know are going to react to that, and Maybe because it's a change that I don't like it. I just don't think it's fair for people who come to visit me have to park on a very busy street and walk to come to my apartment building. It's not a very far walk. No, it's not like it's a mile or a half a mile or anything. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired. There's probably a really good reason why. Maybe I'll cut out the rant, even though I'm really not. I'm not on the soapbox or anything right now. Or maybe I'll take the sticker off my car and stick it on theirs while they're here. Or have them parked back here so I can watch their car. I can see the parking lot from here. Well, the back parking lot anyway. Just, yeah. It's gonna be warm tomorrow. Not warm, but warmer than it was today. I didn't even watch any vlogs today. I posted a couple pictures on Vero today. I like the interfacing with that. It's really nice. I like that you can watch videos. I know Pam posted videos on Vero. I don't know if I want to do videos. I don't know. I like playing with it. It seems, I don't know, the quality seems better than Instagram when it comes to pictures. It's like it keeps your photos in 4K quality. But it seems nice. I don't follow many people on there, so it's not like loaded with stuff like Instagram is, or ads like Instagram. I guess I could follow a bunch of, I like looking at yarn. I like to call it yarn porn because it excites me. In a happy way. There's that whole not safe for children thing. Ever since YouTube has that flashing across when I upload videos, I just laugh all the time because I'm like, what do yarn people say that you need to make the content for adults? Then again, I guess if you got on a cussing rampage, I don't know. Yeah. Now I'm just rambling. Nobody needs to hear the ramble. Seeing this beautiful yarn makes me want to dye some yarn. I feel like I'm missing out. And then yesterday, as I continue to talk, last night when I was getting ready to go to bed, I was thinking of different ways to dye yarn. I watched Kim Knits on YouTube. And it's really cool how she dyes her yarn and how she does it. And I'm a little leery with the super sparkly yarn I got. It's bare. If I actually had some, I have it put away right now. Maybe I'll get some out tomorrow and show you. I've read where people have said if you use too much citric acid, it actually causes the yarn not to sparkle as much. Well, I guess the stellina absorbs some of the actual dye, whatever color it is, and the place I bought the yarn from said to not, because I always, oh here, I'll tell you how I do it. I always put like because I don't dye a lot of yarn at the same time. I only dye like 2 skeins of it at a time. So I'll put like a teaspoon of citric acid in the water while I'm soaking the yarn, which I'm pretty sure is more than what I need for it. But I just want the dye to stick to it. So the place I buy the yarn from said not to soak it in water and citric acid, just soak it in the water. Like, okay. I mean, I can do that. That don't bother me. And then that way, when I dye the yarn, because it depends on how you dye it, because I will, when I do the low immersion technique, there's usually only about 4 to 6 cups of water in the pan that I have, and I'll put a teaspoon of citric acid in that also. So now I'm kind of scared because I don't know. I mean, I'll definitely leave the citric acid out of the soak water, but when I do I'm afraid of what's going to happen because I have to put the citric acid in the water when I dye it in the pan, which I just repeated myself. Maybe I should think about these things when I'm tired. See, and that makes me wonder, am I going to make some of the stellina not as sparkly? And how much dye is the stellina going to soak up while it's sitting in the citric acid and water and the dye is setting? Because they said to not let the yarn soak in the water and citric acid for long periods of time, which doesn't make sense to me because you have to set the dye and you have to wait until, I mean, you could steam set it, I guess. I could get a pan and stick on top so like the steam sets the dye into the yarn. Faster, I guess. Maybe I should have bought a lid for my pan. I'm thinking I probably need to buy a lid now. But I have an old cookie sheet I can stick on top of it, so that would keep me from having to buy a lid for a while. I'm glad we all can sit here and have this nice chat as we try to figure out how to dye yarn. I watched this one girl, it was older videos. Something cauldron. Or something potions. It's potions yarn. And she didn't tell you how she dyes her yarn. She just gave you like tips and tricks and different things. And she's very informative. I had to stop watching videos and figure out how to do it on my own, because watching videos on how to dye yarn and everybody does it completely different, it gets very confusing after a while. And I don't dye yarn to sell it. I dye it because it's pretty. And if I screw it up, it's my yarn, so I'm excited. Oh, you know what? Did I ever show the yarn I dyed? I was gonna call it Falling Leaves, but I realized it's too, I wanna say it's too pastel. But, you know, hold that thought. Okay. And we're back. So I was gonna call it Falling Leaves, but, and I didn't reskein this at all. I was lazy. But I kind of want to call it Summer Melon. totally was not what I was going for, but it's really pretty. Oh, for me, it's really pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see this is that good. Yeah, kind of sucks. This lighting in here is terrible. I think it's better when I don't have the outlight on, but that's what it looks like. In my world, this is summer melon. And that's on, this is 75-25 and very squishy. I even dropped like bits of green on it just to give it some different effect. And I like how it made it tonal. I wasn't even trying for that. So I think I'm gonna re-dye it and try to make the colors darker so it looks more like falling leaves. But this is on the, it's a high twist 100% wool. It's a 2-ply. You can see here where I dropped I did that on purpose. But yeah, you can see the darker. And like I said, I didn't reskein it. I really like this. I might make a shawl out of this and then make socks out of this in the summertime. I have wintry type colorways and Christmas things in my head right now, and I might just buy some vinegar at the store instead of using my citric acid, because it just hit me. I read that vinegar is really good when you have stuff with stellina in it because it doesn't hurt the stellina as bad as citric acid. And I know me, and I'll heavy hand something. Or maybe I'll try it and see what happens if it makes it not as sparkly as it was, and you know, it'll be a learning process. I really have fun doing this. It was a lot of fun. And I kind of miss when I don't do it. But I am gonna dye some yarn this weekend. I have colors in my head, and it's, you know, like when you keep saying I want to do something, and plan it, and you don't get to do it, it's just like, ah. Well, for me it is. I have to get things out of my head, especially when I bake cupcakes. When I think of a recipe in my head to like try a different cupcake or whatever, if I don't make it, it constantly is in my head just saying, hey, I'm here. Kind of like when you're craving a cookie, and if you don't eat that cookie, you eat everything else. I've talked too long. Well, no, it says I've only been talking for, oh no, hold on, I stopped it, didn't I? I haven't worked on anything else at all. Yes, I am all over the place. Yeah, a squirrel. Talking about dyeing yarn, things I'm working on, parking lot situation. It's time to go to bed. I've been saying that. I said it like 5 times. Alrighty, let me stop this. Happy Vlogmas day number 4. And yes, I am in countdown mode. I do know there's 21 days till Christmas. I also know I only have 15 more days until I go to see Star Wars. And the terrible part is on my calendar, I have it counting down to Star Wars and not to Christmas. Me and a friend of mine are actually planning on maybe next week, next Friday, maybe Thursday night, Friday into Saturday, or Friday, trying to binge watch all the Star Wars movies before the last Star Wars. for The Rise of Skywalker. What weird is when I have been taking a lunch, I've been watching Marvel movies in chronological order. The correct way to watch Marvel movies. I guess maybe I need to start up the Star Wars things again. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with me for Vlogmas day number 4. Hopefully this weekend will be a lot more exciting because this weekend I don't have to work.